Hi there, welcome to Kapow Cook. Today's cooking challenge, you've got to use chocolate. We're going to make a chocolate pizza. Watch and find out how you're going to do it. Kapow!
So what you need to do for this section is to make the dough as you would for a pizza or bread. It's pretty much standard the same. So we've got flour. Now I've got 150 gram of all-purpose flour. I've got some water here. Okay, I've got my cacao powder. So that will give my chocolate a little bit of flavour, but definitely the chocolate colour. I've got some dairy milk. Let's taste one of these. Dairy milk chips, really good. Okay, and my yeast. Now I'm used here about 5 grams because I'm using a little bit half than usual. So I've used 5 grams of yeast, dry yeast, and I've put it in some water for about 3 or 4 minutes there. Okay, so that will really make it rise a bit. Okay, so let's go in. So what we need to do first, put in the flour, put in. So 150 gram of flour, put in the 25 gram, sorry, 25 gram. Just give that a bit of a mix, okay? So now it starts, see that? Just mix that first. So we want this mixing around first. Now what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to put in my chips. Now you don't have to do that, okay? So mix that around, give it a good mix. You can do this with your hands if you want. And then we're going to gradually, what I'm going to do first is add my yeast in. So add that in. And then just add a little bit of water. I'm not going to add too much. I'm just going to mix it. And then just see. Just watch how I do it. Now you want it where it's almost together. So keep adding water. This is warm water I've used. So I've used warm water in here and warm water in there. You don't want it too cold. Okay, just add a little bit and then mix it. It smells good already. Okay, so mix it around like that. And the cacao powder I use is a very dark chocolate cacao powder. You don't need to use cacao powder to add into yours. So now, as you can see, that is starting to come together, okay? What I'm going to do now is the next step. Over me. Right, when it seems nice and soft, it's a bit tricky because these chocolate bits will fall out, but it's okay because I ate them. Ha! If they did fall out. So now that's kind of ready. What I'm going to do, the best thing to do for a pizza is, I forgot to do this last time because I didn't have any in, is a plastic bag. So what you want to do is spray it with oil. Okay, so spray that around with the oil like that. And that means it just won't dry and it won't stick to the bag. So make sure all that is spreading around, okay? Ooh, it looks like something else, doesn't it? But I'm not going to say. Right, so here we go. So spray that in. We're going to leave this now because I've been kneading that for about, what, 6 or 7 minutes. I'm going to now leave that in the bag and hopefully that'll get bigger after about an hour. So just leave that out, but now it's sealed, it's covered in oil, and then let's wait for it. Boom! Right, here we go. I've waited about 40 minutes. You could wait an hour, but I'm so hungry. So now, because that's covered in oil in that bag, it's not dry. Okay, so now I'm just going to spread this out and just look at that. Now with a pizza, you can do it any way you want. You can just do it like that if you want, or roll it. Okay, make sure you're constantly getting flour on that so it doesn't stick to the surface. You've got to do that, okay? So I'm just going to roll this out and look at that. That's perfect. Now what I've done, my oven's very small so I can only fit it on that. And I've found that if I cut this out, oh, that's actually perfect. So what I'm going to do is use this cake tin as, okay, and I can use the rest of this for later. So what I'm going to do, so just cut this around, cut it out like that, and let's have a look at that. So that's pretty nice and thick, okay? So, and if you want, just stretch it a little bit. Make sure the holes, just got to be careful there. Now what I'm going to do first, so you can do yours bigger because you've got a bigger oven. My oven's pretty small. So again, make sure you've got flour on there. Make sure it's covered, okay? Then what I'm going to do, let's have a look. Right, excellent. So you can make it a bit bigger if you want. That's what I'm going to do on mine. Spread it out, use your fingers. You can use your rolling pin as well. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to cook this now for maybe, it doesn't need 10 minutes, okay, because it will burn. So I'm going to cook this first. So let's do this. Boom! Right, Here we go, it's out. You can see a bit of the flour. That is absolutely beautiful. Look at that. It's kind of melted in the chips. Right, let's do this. You could put anything on top of this. You could use cream and condensed milk, but I'm not going for this. If it's a chocolate pizza, let's make caramel. Look at this, caramel spread. We've been learning about Cadbury, so can we just get messy? So look at that. Spread it on. Oh, harbour, yeah. And spread that on. This is like caramel and chocolate. It's so good. And what we want to do, we want to keep that base around the side so it looks like a pizza. Now, although there is a little bit of chocolate on this and caramel, we'll try and make this a little bit healthier than we can. Okay? You could just use chocolate if you want, but I'm going down the healthy road. So that there is starting to look better. Okay, so see that? Like that. So that is my base. Okay? Obviously we use tomato for another one. And when you have some left, you can just give it a good lick. Tastes so good. Right, now it's toppings. I'm going to go down the healthy road. So I'm going to put some tomatoes. So here we go. Look at that. Like that. Leave some space for other things because I'm going to put some other things on here as well. Like that. Okay. Let's have now blueberries. These make them look a bit like olives if you like olives. Okay. So I'm going to put a few on there like that. Okay. And I might put some bananas on and look at that. Okay. So we've got a bit of healthy there in case people are getting worried. We've got a bit of fruit going on, haven't we? Okay. So that's not too bad. Oh, the great thing about this is just taste it. Okay. So that's my topping. Now, what do they do sometimes? Let's put a bit of our olive oil. Oh no, chocolate sauce. So let's just pour a bit of this on over like that. Okay, look at that. And it's a chocolate pizza. So I've got my grater and my cooking chocolate here. So just going to, a bit like you would do with cheese. Okay, and look at that. And there you have, look at that. Wow. Boom. That's it.
Right, hi there. Let's try. Look at this Kapow. Chocolate pizza, absolutely amazing. Let's try and taste it. Soft. Get a caramel base. Strawberry and banana. Wow. That's your challenge. Try and make a chocolate pizza. Try and make it as healthy as you can if you want. I did. You try and do it. Try and do your Kapow chocolate cooking challenge.